So today I'm going to be trying out the Superstay Full Coverage Foundation from Maybelline. So this formula is a relaunch of a previous formula that was discontinued. I don't think I ever tried the previous formula, but last year this was reformulated and then brought back. So this is being sold as a 24-hour long-wear foundation. I picked this up for $11.99 and you get 1 fluid ounce of product. So I bought the shade 110 Porcelain, which is the second to lightest shade available, and this foundation is available in 16 different shades. So looking on Maybelline's website, let's read some of the claims. It says, Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Foundation delivers 24-hour wear, concentrated coverage, and flawless finish that doesn't fade or shift all day. Also says, be your own professional makeup artist with Maybelline's Full Coverage 24-hour foundation. Saturated color pigments provide ultra-transforming effect in this long-lasting foundation. The lightweight yet high-impact coverage formula glides onto skin for a flawless makeup finish that lasts all day. It also recommends if you're between 2 shades, go with the lighter one, which is what I did. It's oil-free, doesn't clog pores, and dermatologist tested. So if you're enjoying this video while you're watching it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, consider subscribing and hitting the bell notification so you don't miss anything. If you want to know my thoughts on the Maybelline Superstay Foundation and how it applies and wears throughout the day, don't go anywhere, just keep watching. Feels weird to be filming. I haven't done this for a few weeks. I've been dealing with a very sick little cat. As it turned out, it was nothing serious. He had a bit of gastrointestinal issues, but at the time I was not sure what was going on, so I had him in for blood work and x-rays and like everything. So I had to take a break from filming for a little bit, but I'm back on a regular schedule now, so hopefully I'll have at least 3 videos for you guys this week, but I'm aiming for 4. So I've already washed, moisturized, and primed my face. So as usual, all the products that I've used will be listed in the description box below. So the packaging for this is simple but cute. It's this really sturdy glass bottle. Hopefully this has, yeah, we have a pump. So the shade I'm using is 110 Porcelain. At first glance, it may look a little light for me, but Maybelline and I have a not so great history together. I did a review on the Dream Liquid Mousse and it turned me yellow. I'll link that up there if you'd like to check that out. And I also filmed a review for the Fit Me Hydrate and Smooth, which turned me orange and it completely broke me out. On the right side of my face, I'm going to use my Real Technique sponge. And on the left side of my face, I am going to use the IT Cosmetics Full Coverage Foundation Brush number 703. Sounds like nail polish. Start with that much. Can always add more later. Yeah, the color is a tad bit light, but Maybelline's foundations have a history of oxidizing like crazy on me, so I'm actually counting on this darkening. Holy coverage. So at first glance, the coverage of the... Whoa! I just saw myself in the viewfinder. At first glance, it looks too light for my face, but when you compare it to my neck, it actually is a pretty good match. In all honesty, the coverage for this is pretty nice. The only area that's a tad bit you can see through there is I have like a bit of a melasma patch that's poking through. But so far, decent coverage with the sponge. So I will try the brush on the other side and see how this looks. So, okay, let's get a look at this. In the larger mirror, from far away, it actually looks pretty good, but my forehead actually surprisingly looks okay. This foundation obviously did concern me a bit because I typically cannot wear matte foundations. There is the odd exception to the rule, which is why I decided to give this a try. But for the most part, because my skin is prone to dryness, I tend to try and avoid matte foundations. Yeah, I mean, haven't given up on this one altogether. Like, my forehead is actually looking pretty decent, but right here, zoom up a little bit, it's not really showing in the viewfinder. Right here and around my nose, it's looking a little crusty. It's actually settling around my eyes a little bit. It's not looking that great. So I'm just going to take the sponge and see if I can smooth out the area around my chin a bit. No, that's not really helping. Overall, it's not looking that great. It just kind of looks like it sucked all the hydration out of my face. And is it just me, or is the tip of my nose shiny? Yeah, I'm getting some weird shine there, which is a little odd for a matte foundation. So the shade is starting to darken a bit, which is good because I was looking a little ghostly before. Yeah, ooh. Ooh, I'm seeing some like pilling from the makeup around here. But there's a lot of dryness happening around my nose. I haven't given up on this entirely. I'm hoping as the day goes on, it does warm up to my skin and looks a little bit better. So I'm gonna go put on the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. We're gonna call the time at 10:26. So it's still not looking great, but it has warmed up to my face a bit. It's still looking pretty dry. I mean, it is what it is, but I don't know, it's not looking as mask-like as it did before. The color also has deepened, so at least I'm not looking like a ghost. There is a bit of a line going around my neck, but because I went with such a pale shade, it's not extremely obvious. So this definitely does oxidize. Just something to keep in mind. The areas that look a little bit not so great is right in the creases of my nose. It just looks crusty. My forehead looks pretty good. It looks smooth, like there's no texture or caking, but yeah, it's just my nose area looks a little crusty, and then this area around my chin just looks a little dehydrated. Not the worst, not the best. The jury is still out on this. It's a long day, so I guess we'll see what happens throughout the day. So on my eyes, I'm wearing the Urban Decay Petite Heat palette. This is a super cute palette. If you didn't invest in the larger one last year, I didn't. I prefer the smaller one because I can just throw it in my purse and go if I need to. On my lids, I'm wearing, sorry, this is a bit of a beast, this palette. On my lids, I'm wearing the Urban Decay Heavy Metal palette in the shade Angel Fire, which is that middle shade right there. Bronzer, I am wearing the Physician Formula Butter Bronzer. For blush, I'm wearing the Physician Formula Butter Blush in Natural Glow. And highlighter, staying on trend, I am wearing the Physician Formula Butter Highlighter in the shade, what shade is this? Pink Rose. So the next check-in will be in Natural Light. I will see you guys in 5 hours. It's only 5 hours in and I'm already fed up with this foundation. My forehead still looks okay. But around my chin, get up a little bit close there. It's just, look how, it's so dry. It's like, look at my eyes. Like that's a combination of bad concealer and this powdery type foundation just sucking all the hydration out of my eyes. I mean, I look like a 90-year-old woman on this side too. I mean, no offense to 90-year-old woman. I just don't want to look like one when I'm only 43. Yeah, around my chin is all dry and it's just very mask-like. Looks kind of chalky. It's definitely not one of my favorites. I should have known better when I saw that it was matte. But the day's not over yet. Anything could happen. Although I don't foresee my under eyes looking any better. Ooh, that looks awful. Alrighty, I will check in with you guys in 5 hours and let you know how this has been holding up. So we're gonna call the time at 7:30. I'm gonna end this one a little early tonight because I am losing my mind. My face itches so badly and has for the past 3 hours. I want to scratch it. So I will zoom you guys in a little bit and show you how it looks. For the most part, my forehead all day has looked pretty good. Up until now, it just looks dehydrated and it's all over. It's like through there and through there. I mean, it was already dry earlier today, but now it looks, I don't know. It hasn't gotten any better. Let's put it that way. Throughout my nose here, it looks crusty. It's too bad because the color ended up being a decent match for me, but everything else just looks awful. I'm used to the odd dry patch on my face, but this is like dry patch hell. It's everywhere. It's one big mask. Not very flattering. Not very flattering for my skin, unfortunately. So this one is a definite no for me. I am gonna go and wash my face and give myself a good hydrating treatment to try and get some moisture back because this just, my skin just looks like a lizard. It's just, yeah, this is not a comfortable foundation for dry. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you leave. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!